After his arrest, Big Meech was sentenced to 30 years in prison in 2008 for maintaining a continuing criminal enterprise and money laundering. This sentence was part of a plea agreement where he and his brother pleaded guilty to these charges. Over the years, Big Meech has had his sentence reduced several times. In 2020, a judge granted him a nearly 3-year reduction due to his efforts at rehabilitation and the health risks posed by the COVID-19 pandemic. This brought his release date forward from 2031 to 2028, and later to 2025.
Yo, it's Hip Hop DJ Determined 88. What's going on, y'all? So 50 Cent recently posted Tell All doc featuring Tammy Cowins coming soon, basically. And then there's like another little post like right after that, same post but like another picture saying that Tammy Cowins was introduced to Jack Harvey by Big Meech. But I don't know, man. There's a lot of speculation and a lot of stuff that's really confusing about this whole situation. As you heard in the video that just played, they're saying that Big Meech got a time cut for the COVID-19 pandemic situation, right? Doesn't say anything about any third-party cooperation, any telling, nothing like that. It was from COVID, and that is originally what I heard too. You know what I'm saying? But then when Big Meech got out of jail and 50 Cent and him took pictures together, it was all good, nothing being said. Then Big Meech went and took pictures with Rick Ross, and all hell broke loose. Ever since then, 50 has threatened multiple times to have a tell-all documentary come out. Yet and still, he's promoting BMF Season 4 now, which is kind of crazy. Like, he's promoting BMF Season 4 now, but he's also promoting this tell-all doc. But the tell-all doc has no commercials for it, no, previews for it. There's nothing nothing legit about it other than 50 Cent saying that it is coming. You know what I'm trying to say? So to me, this whole situation seems very, very, very strange. And I said from the beginning that this is all promotion for BMF, because with Cuffy being in jail and him having links to the streets, he thinks that Big Meech and Tammy set him up working together. However, there's videos saying that Tammy didn't want Big Meech to know. She didn't want him to think that she deceived her, that she deceived Big Meech. And so to me, this shit just seems really, really confusing. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. And it doesn't appear to me that Big Meech had any knowledge of Tammy Cowins getting him a time cut for telling. He allegedly thinks his time cut was from COVID-19. And as soon as he did find out, allegedly, he cut her off completely. And if you ask me, if somebody cuts somebody off, that probably means that they're mad about whatever they did. You know what I'm saying? He found out that she used his name and got these guys arrested, and now she got him a time cut. She was offered money, and she denied the money and said, no, I want to give Demetrius Flannery a time cut. But I want to share with y'all something I came across that I find very interesting.
A third-party cooperator cannot act on behalf of the defendant or represent the defendant's interests without the defendant's knowledge or consent, especially if it involves any legal strategy or decision-making. And this is discussing Big Meech, quote unquote, I will get him to believe I didn't deceive him on purpose. Now, here's another answer by Jack Harvey. She felt very badly that his name was in the paperwork, and she said that it was her understanding that because of that, he was in the hole at prison. In other words, being isolated at the prison because he might be in danger from other prisoners from the prison grapevine that there's an appearance that he either had informed on people or had unwittingly given her information that she passed on to law enforcement, and that she wanted to convince him that that wasn't the case.
So he could have easily, unwillingly gave her information that inevitably, in the end, led to him getting time cut or whatever. Because she was offered money, didn't take the money, wanted to give him a time cut. But she didn't want him to know about it. So I'm starting to really wonder, like, is all this for him to be able to get out to continue the show? Or what the hell is really going on? And if you look at some of these pictures with Tammy Cowins, her backdrop looks to be almost the same as Big Meech and them's backdrop. Like the green in the back, it looks almost the same. Like maybe they were like the same places. I'm probably tripping about that, but I'll be paying attention to a lot of this shit, and it just doesn't seem to really be adding up. A lot of this shit don't really add up. I think 50 Cent is using this information knowing that it was going to come out regardless if they put it out or not. And maybe that's why Big Meech is mad at 50 Cent, because he can't do anything about 50 putting this information out. But this information was going to come out from Cuffy one way or another. So 50 probably thought to himself, all right, if they're going to put it out, we might as well put it out first to promote BMF, get everybody's eyes on BMF. So that way, because the ratings were down and they want the show's ratings to go up, obviously. And if they're doing season 4, more than likely they're going to be doing more seasons. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see how you could do season 4 and then not do no more seasons if it does better. Now, if it doesn't do better, then hey, I don't know. But to me, at the end of the day, it doesn't seem like Big Meech knew that Tammy was cooperating for him. Because if he did, if you ask me, he would have stayed cool with her. There's no way you wouldn't stay cool with somebody if you have them telling for you. And it seemed like she was saying to them, he's mad at her for deceiving him. So how did she deceive him? Other than his name being put in the paperwork, he didn't want his name in the paperwork. Allegedly, people were saying because he could get killed or whatever. You know what I mean? He could be unalived or whatever. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. At the end of the day, man, she was definitely concerned that Big Meech would find out that she deceived him and that she was telling for him. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, this shit is really confusing. She was laundering money for Cuffy. And what does that necessarily have to do with Big Meech? I guess Big Meech did connect her with these guys. It's just really, really confusing, but it doesn't seem to me like Big Meech is a snitch at the end of the day. That's just how I feel. I could be wrong. Maybe I am. I don't know. But as of right now, until I see this documentary or whatever, I'm saying he didn't know and wasn't aware of Tammy Cowins using information that he gave her to get him a time cut. And once he became aware of it, he cut her off, and they're no longer cool. If he was cool with her doing it, they would still be cool. I mean, obviously, right? I don't know. And 50 hasn't put out anything valid enough to convince me that he knew all along. Not at all. Not yet. Now, if this documentary comes out and I'm proved wrong, cool. I'll admit that. But like I said, as of right now, I just don't believe it. If y'all made it this far, I appreciate y'all. Hit that like and subscribe for me. I'm out.